Trump has an American Desi flavor. From incoming FBI chief Kash Patel to Vice President-elect Vance's family. From Vivek Ramaswamy's Dosh project to lockdown contrarian Jai Bhattacharya. From Geeta Bhakt Tulsi Gabbard to India Bhakts Rubio and Walz. Desi flavors of Trump 2.0.
And the latest adding that Desi Tadka is Kash Patel, an American of Gujarati descent, who's been nominated by Trump to be the next director of the Federal Bureau of Investigation, the FBI. Known for his strong loyalty to Trump, Patel serves in key role during the first term of Trump. Patel has shown his vocal support for the Ram Temple in Ayodhya and admiration for Prime Minister Modi. Patel's nomination, along with other Indian-American figures in Trump's circle, signals a growing influence of the American Desi community within the Republican establishment.
Here's another American Desi in Trump 2.0 Sarkar. Donald Trump has nominated his loyalist Kash Patel to be the next director of the Federal Bureau of Investigation. Kashyap Pramod Vinod Patel, commonly known as Kash, was born in the city of New York, a child of immigrant parents originally from Gujarat. Patel served in key roles during Trump's first term, including overseeing the counterterrorism division of the National Security Council and later serving as Chief of Staff at the Department of Defense. Patel has also been vocal about his backing of the Ram Temple in Ayodhya, arguing that its historical significance is overlooked by Western narratives.
What the deep state uses the most to cover up their corruption is an illegal application of the classification system. Remember the Lovebirds text from, this is a beauty, the Lovebirds text from FBI, DOJ land, Russiagate, Strzok and Page were texting each other. They were running the Russiagate investigation against Trump. They were the head of the counterintelligence unit at the FBI. Then we finally find those text messages. You know what the FBI and DOJ do for like a year? Redact them. The deep state came full circle and gave these guys a payday for rigging a presidential election and breaking the law.
Patel's nomination was met with mixed response. While Huffington Post wrote, Trump picks nut for FBI, pro-MAGA accounts on X celebrated Kash Patel's nomination by sharing memes of the hit RRR with the caption, Vivek and Kash Patel taking on the deep state. Patel's vocal admiration for Prime Minister Modi and his vision for US-India relations reflect a unique culture cross-pollination. Reports say that when Trump came to India for a mega event in Ahmedabad, it was Kash Patel who peppered his speech with references on Sachin Tendulkar, DDLJ and Swami Vivekananda.
As the great religious teacher Swami Vivekananda once said, the moment I stand in reference before every human being and see God in him, that moment I am free. In America and in India, we know that we are all born for a higher purpose, to reach toward our fullest potential, to work toward excellence and perfection, and to give all glory to God.
But Kash Patel isn't the only ABCD or American-born confident Desi in Team Trump. Tulsi Gabbard is Trump's Hindu pick for Director of National Intelligence. Although Tulsi Gabbard has no direct ties to India, her deep connection to Hinduism, particularly the teachings of Hare Krishna philosophy, has been a defining part of her identity. She's always been open about her faith, often seen chanting bhajans and prayers.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
She carried a Bhagavad Gita with her during her deployment in Iraq and swore her oath of office in 2016 with a hand on the sacred text. Alongside SpaceX CEO Elon Musk, Trump selected loyalist and former presidential candidate Vivek Ramaswamy to lead his new Department of Government Efficiency. When asked about his religious beliefs, Ramaswamy proudly declared that he is a Hindu.
Tell my faith, I'm Hindu. I believe there's one true God. I believe God put each of us here for a purpose, that we're God's instruments. He works through us in different ways, but we are still equal because God resides in each of us. That's the core of my faith.
In addition to them, Trump has also been nominated Indian origin Dr. Bhattacharya as the director of the National Institutes of Health. While Bhattacharya has ties to Kolkata, he has not made a clear statement about his faith. Trump's White House will also see Usha Tilkuri Vance, an Indian-American Hindu, as a second lady married to the incoming Vice President J.D. Vance. Bureau Report, India Today.
We have to tell you a little bit more about Lieutenant Colonel Tulsi Gabbard. We say lieutenant, the Americans say lieutenant, a 21-year military veteran and the first Hindu woman in U.S. Congress. She's been nominated as Director of National Intelligence in Donald Trump's incoming administration. Many people think she's of Indian origin. She isn't. She's Samoan, but she belongs to the Hindu faith. Known for her firm stance on combating terrorism and her deep ties to Hindu spiritual culture, Gabbard's leadership could reshape US-India relations.
Lieutenant Colonel Tulsi Gabbard, 21-year military veteran, the first Hindu woman in US Congress,
And specifically because...
and now nominated Director of National Intelligence in Donald Trump's incoming government.
I invite you to join me in doing all that we can to see.
Known for her strong stance on terror, criticism of Pakistan's support for terror, and her deep connection to Hindu culture, Gabbard's leadership could herald a new chapter in the US-India relationship.
Take this obligation freely.
She made the headlines most recently with this comment on persecution of minorities in Bangladesh.
I introduced a resolution that called for the protection of Hindus and religious minorities in Bangladesh, people who continue to be targeted and persecuted to this day.
Her uncompromising position on combating terrorism aligns closely with India's concerns, especially regarding cross-border terrorism originating from Pakistan.
F-16s in Pakistan. Judge Poe and I recently sent you a letter expressing our grave concerns about this potential sale and asking you to consider stopping it. In our view, rewarding Pakistan with such a sale when, in fact, they have not changed their harboring and support of terrorists within Pakistan, whether you talk about the 2011 statements by Admiral Mullen then, talking about how the Haqqani network is a veritable arm of the Pakistani ISI.
Born in the Pacific Samoan Island and growing up in Hawaii, her Hindu roots have made her a beloved figure in India, where she is seen as a friend of the country. In 2019, while still with the Democratic Party, she gifted Indian Prime Minister Modi her personal copy of the Bhagavad Gita.
When I was elected to the United States Congress, I chose to take the oath of office on the Bhagavad Gita. Many people have asked me why I made that choice, and for me, the answer is very simple. Krishna's teaching in the Gita of loving service to God and working for the well-being of all of God's children, his teachings of bhakti and karma yoga, are the foundation and driving force and purpose of my life.
During her time in Congress, Gabbard supported numerous initiatives to bolster US-India relations. Recognizing India as a key ally in maintaining stability in the Indo-Pacific region. As the Director of National Intelligence, Gabbard will likely continue to emphasize the importance of the US-India partnership in countering the influence of China and addressing regional security challenges. This could mean more intelligence collaboration, joint operations, and a shared focus on countering cyber threats and surveillance activities by adversarial nations.
The opportunity there for mutual prosperity and security is something that I know both of these countries' leaders are very committed to.
Hare Krishna,
A video of Gabbard chanting the Maha Mantra at the ISKCON 50th anniversary event in Washington, D.C. has gone viral on social media, emphasizing her sense of spirituality and identity. After the intelligence-related frictions between India and the United States under the Biden administration, Tulsi Gabbard's new role could smoothen things out and go on to be a game-changer for the US-India relationship. A unique combination of cultural understanding, strategic clarity and commitment to democratic values could enhance India's security and its position as a crucial partner for the United States in the 21st century. Bureau Report, India Today.
And Donald Trump has made it clear that he values loyalty above all else. But here come two very contentious appointments. In a surprising twist, President-elect Donald Trump is set to appoint two men with strong family ties to his daughters. The fathers-in-law of Ivanka Trump and Tiffany Trump, both daughters of Donald Trump, have been given very, very important diplomatic assignments in the incoming Trump Sarkar. Take a look.
Meet Ivanka Trump's father-in-law, Charles Kushner. And now meet Tiffany Trump's father-in-law, Masad Boulos. Say hello to President-elect Donald Trump's two newest appointees. Two men whose sons are married to Trump's daughter, family connections, who will soon officially be part of Team Trump. What's clear here is a pattern of loyalty over expertise. Donald Trump's tendency to prioritize personal loyalty and familial connections in political appointments, a hallmark of his leadership style. Appointment Ivanka Trump's father-in-law as ambassador to France and Tiffany Trump's father-in-law as a Middle East advisor is in line with Trump's broader strategy in consolidating influence within a trusted inner circle. Boulos, a Lebanese-American billionaire, played a key role in the Trump's campaign outreach to Arab American and Muslim American communities, personally representing Trump in meetings and rallies in key states. Trump's appointment of his eldest daughter Ivanka's father-in-law is a little more contentious. Kushner, a wealthy real estate developer and philanthropist, is best known for his business acumen and a high-profile legal scandal that resulted in his conviction and imprisonment for tax evasion, witness tampering and illegal campaign contributions, a conviction for which Trump granted him a pardon in 2020. Nepotism aside, there is no doubt these controversial appointments will likely energize Trump's base, which admires his outsider approach and disdain for bureaucratic norms. It could raise questions about their impact on U.S. diplomacy, governance, and public trust in institutions. Bureau Report, India Today.
And even if not all the appointments are people who are American Desis, and that's just a joke, there are many who are very vehemently pro-India faces. Let me show you just some of them. The two biggest are the Secretary of State and the National Security Advisor. Mike Waltz has been appointed the National Security Advisor in the new Trump administration. He's currently co-chair of the India Caucus. He's called the US-India partnership the strategic relationship of the 21st century just a couple of weeks ago. He facilitated Modi's address to the joint session of the US Congress in June last year. He has consistently condemned attacks on Indian consulates and much more. The second person I'm talking about is Marco Rubio, once a presidential candidate, now set to be Secretary of State in Trump 2.0. He's currently the senator from Florida. He introduced the US-India Defense Cooperation Act in July 2024. It's currently undergoing confirmation in US Congress. He has a hard stance on China, advocates very strong ties with India, has long advocated NATO-level relations with India. So two very friendly faces for India in the new Trump 2.0 Sarkar. And the Indian internet has erupted over US Vice President-elect J.D. Vance's Thanksgiving photographs. It's this image that you're about to see that has triggered the maximum buzz, with people all over the world from India saying this looks just like any family photo that we would have posted. J.D. Vance and his wife, who is of Indian origin from Andhra Pradesh, Usha Chilkuri Vance, was snapped with their families on Thanksgiving, and most Indians are saying that their family looks just like ours. Aunties in silk saris, kids and uncles all huddled around a table, enjoying a nice Thanksgiving evening. The American Desi Tadka is complete.